next is this question, and it is a type 1 question. As you can see that here we are given with no pre no like pre-listed options to select from, so we'll have to read the text as per our knowledge, whatever the tips and tricks we have learned until now, and answer the question. So instruction, question, keywords, predict answer, find out the paraphrase, skim and scan the text, and write the answer in correct grammatical context. Let's read the instruction. Complete the summary below. Choose no more than 2 words from the passage for each answer. So my word limit here is 2 words. Okay. Consumers often complain that they experience a feeling of dash when trying to put together do-it-yourself product which have not been tested by companies on a dash. When trying to put together do-it-yourself products which have not been tested by companies on a dash. In situations where not keeping to the correct procedure could affect safety issues. So in situations where not keeping to the correct procedures could affect safety issues, it is especially important that the information is not left out and no assumptions are made about a stage being self-evident for the consumer having a certain amount of dash. Lawyers, however, have raised objections to the use of plain English. They feel that it would result in ambiguity in documents and cause people to lose faith in dash, as it would mean departing from language that has been used in courts for a very long time. So obviously this paragraph is about consumer products. Yeah, so the Cambridge Encyclopedia of Language. Now, consumer often complain that they experience a feeling of dash. So they're talking about some kind of experience of a feeling when trying to put together do-it-yourself product which have not been tested by a company on a dash. So I don't know, it's talking about generally for pharmaceutical companies, animals, but let's see. So the instruction accompanying to do-it-yourself product are regularly cited as a source of unnecessary expense and frustration. Okay, let's see. Experience of feeling. Okay, so the feeling is, what is the feeling? The feeling is of frustration. You've got it. The instructions accompanying. Consumer often complain that they experience a feeling of frustration when they try to put together do-it-yourself products. So I could write the word feeling of frustration as the most appropriate answer. So answer 1 is frustration. Have not been tested by a company on a dash. Few companies seem to test their instruction by having them followed by first-time users. So it has to be tested by a first-time user. Now you can see here, one might say that there are 3 words here, but because of the use of hyphen, this dash, it becomes 1 word. So my answer here is first time. What was the exact word? First time user. Right now I am not teaching you how they paraphrase the question or how they use synonyms, so that is your job, because it will be like spoon feeding now. In situations where not keeping the correct procedure could affect safety issues, it's especially important that the dash information is not left out and no assumptions are made about a stage. Often the essential information is omitted. Steps in construction processes are taken. So what is the exact line? Especially important that the dash information is not left out. What is the sentence here paraphrased as? Essential information is omitted. So my answer is essential information omitted. That is paraphrased as, first let me write it, essential, which is essential information left out, is paraphrased as omitted. Being self-evident, the consumer having a certain doubt of dash. Steps in construction process are taken for granted. Note, does it say being self-evident or the consumer having a certain amount of special knowledge. Steps in construction process are taken for granted, and some degree of special knowledge is assumed. So what they're trying to say here is that sometimes what happens is that the companies leave out the essential information, or steps in construction process are taken for granted, and they assume that the consumer might have some degree of special knowledge about that particular product, construction of that particular product. So special knowledge, let's see how can we understand this here. So, and no assumptions are made about a stage being self-evident or the consumer having a certain amount of special knowledge. Then they feel that it would result in ambiguity in documents and cause people to lose faith in dash. So lawyers point to the risk of ambiguity. Lawyers point out the risk of ambiguity inherent in the use of everyday language for legal or official document. Draw attention to the need for confidence in legal formulation. Lawyers point to the risk of ambiguity inherent in the use of everyday language for legal or official documents and draw attention to the need for confidence in legal formulations, which can come only from using language that has been tested in courts over the course of centuries. So they will, if they don't have that, they will not have. See, now here the answer is little bit hidden. The answer is legal formulations. Let's write it down. Legal formulation. However, what happens is that, now very important, if S is written at the end, you have to write exactly as it given in the answer, otherwise you'll lose mark. They said that if the language is not used as plain English, okay, they'll result in ambiguity, means it will be left for a lot of interpretation, the thing will not be clear, and it will cause people to lose faith. Now the word faith here is paraphrased as confidence. So it draws attention to the need for confidence in legal formulation. So they are saying that it draws attention to the need for confidence. It means that the faith is not there. People can lose faith over legal formulation if the document has the risk of ambiguity. So that is how sometimes the answer would not be there for you like that to look at it, but you'll have to make out the meaning and context of their answer from the text. That is why it's known as summary, and that is why there is a lot of paraphrasing, because if they start repeating exactly similar from the paragraphs, it will not be a summary. Even when if I ask you to give a summary of this paragraphs, you will also paraphrase a lot of questions, because you would not want to repeat it, or either you would not remember the exact words. So this was all about summary completions. If you want to solve other questions as well, if you want to practice a lot of questions, you can comment down below, and I'll post a lot of questions with correct answers. If you like the video and you like the way I'm teaching, then please like the video. If you have other friends who would want the same content and you're all preparing for IELTS or TOEFL, share this video to them and subscribe to my channel for more videos. The next video would be about MCQs, which is their favorite types. So don't forget to put on post notification. Turn on your post notifications to get and stay updated. It's raining like hell here, so have a good day, and comment down below if you want to have a change in my teaching style. If you want to see something specific or you don't like something, please be respectful. I always appreciate constructive criticism. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.